So event 24 away, you got Julie Fitt of Box Hill, Eliza Lapierre of Ballarat, Sarah Waters, Rose Ashman of Ballarat YCW, Madison Button, Melbourne Uni, Madeline Brunt, Melbourne University, Charlotte Jackson from Essendon, Freya Dess, Emily Mifsud of Essendon, Aileen Prendergast of Melbourne Uni, Chelsea Saw of Melbourne University, and Ada Hill of Wellington, and Olivia Twining of Yarra Rangers. That's your first half of the field as they make their way through 200 metres. Something in the low 10 minutes might be the goal, I think, of this group tonight. And our early leaders through there, Madeline Brunt, Melbourne University, Rose Ashman, Ballarat YCW, Madigan Carroll of Essendon up there early, Ada Hill of Wellington, Phoebe Lonsdale at Bendigo University moving well, Olivia Twining, Yarra Rangers, Freya Dess up in the mix there with Emily Mifsud. And we continue the field. We've got Matilda Lestrange, Poppy Scott Dalgeish, Alexandra Schultz, Hayley George, Stella Crawford, Rusterson Stevens, Rosie Linus of Box Hill, Phoebe Lonsdale, Bendigo, Michaela Young, Collingwood, Madigan Carroll from Essendon in that front group at the moment, Olivia DeCosta Alves of Sandringham, and Abby Hickey rounding out our field in this 3,000 metre run. B grade for women. Still Madeline Brunt piloting the field. Reasonably conservative tempo so far. We've seen the boys kick down nicely tonight. They might be looking to do the same thing. It's like Olivia DeCosta moving her way out wide now. It is. Olivia DeCosta now moving out wide of Madigan Carroll. Runt on the inside still. Rose Ashman of Ballarat YCW on the inside rail. We've got girls running 4 and 5 wide here, which says the pace might not be on. So Brunt, Carroll. Your front two. Rose Ashman on the inside rail. Pretty sure that's also Olivia DeCosta Alves. Now gone to the lead, the Sandringham Junior. So the field still tightly bunched really compared to the last ones we've had. Only 20 metres separates the whole group. So the pace just slightly picks up. We inject a little bit of tempo on it as we near the 1K mark. We're a bit off the 10:30 tempo I would have expected. So now it's our Yarra Rangers athlete moving her way out to the front. And it's a strong move there, in fact. Olivia Twining it is. Carroll behind her, DeCosta. Melbourne University. Madeline Brunt still sitting on the inside there. So Carolyn DeCosta Alves trying to track this pace now at Twining, who really decided to pick up the tempo. She heard the call. We were just over that 10:30 mark. Through 1K, and she's decided to kick it down a little bit, inject that speed, the much-needed speed into this ladies B 3,000 metres. So we've got a group of 2 followed by a pack of 5. Another group of 6, and they've sort of split from the second half of the field. We're now very quickly being spread over about 60 metres. So Twining looks really good in front. Carroll stays there. Rose Ashman right up in that group. Lestrange now moving nicely. Emily Mifsud also there. But our front five, Twining, Carroll, Brunt from Melbourne University, DeCosta Alves, hanging onto the pace, has a look at the watch, and Ashman, the young one at the back of that group. So Twining moves through well. Her and Carroll put a 5 metre gap now onto Brunt. DeCosta Alves and Ashman hanging on, the junior hanging on as they split from the next pack. Hayley George, one that I've noticed moving through that group a little bit. Few little moves in the middle pack. Can we get someone to burst out of that group and join this front five? Olivia Twining, though, with a really good tempo in front. Carroll struggling to probably keep onto that tempo that she set. DeCosta Alves now moving past Brunt into third. Ashman with a good run. Freya Dess now going to the outside of Rosie Liness, and behind them it's also Madison Button. Back of the group still ticking along nicely here. Poppy Scott Dalgleish and also Chelsea Saw moving along, and they're only about 120 metres down that front. Twining, who's now put 20 metres on second, third and fourth. So Brunt, Carroll, they are in third and fourth at the moment as we go through in 6:55. So we're well inside that 10:30 tempo now. So the second K, Twining's done all the work. She's picked up the tempo. She's gone 3:30 low. She's gone 3:20 low for the next kilometre. So no wonder Twining's put a bit of gap on, and she's really put the pressure on these chasers. So the junior, DeCosta Alves, she's gone with a bit of a push here with Brunt next. Brunt's the tall figure in the Melbourne Uni colours. Carroll, who did so much work early, she's now in fourth as Twining's got 2 laps to go and hasn't had a look yet. She looks strong out in front. The chasing group here, you've got Dess. You've got the next Melbourne Uni athlete in Button. 21, Liness. You've got 23 there. Michaela Young of Collingwood. Ashman, who was up there early. Sarah Waters, a familiar face. Hayley George running through next. But out in front, Twining's still the one to be caught. So Olivia Twining out in front. DeCosta Alves being joined, those two. She's been joined, of course, by Brunt, who's been thereabouts the whole way, the Melbourne Uni athlete. Nothing has changed at all in the way Twining's. As soon as she went to the front, she pushed the second kilometre. She's kept it like a metronome, that tempo out in front. Can she maintain the pace now for that last 500? Has she put enough of a margin on to avoid any of the sit and kickers? There's a few trying to wind up back in the field in 4th, 5th, 6th. But Twining looks magnificent out in front. She's going to get the belt. Twining's got 20 metres. Brunt now makes a bit of a move. DeCosta Alves next. Button moving well. Freya Dess through. Liness. Carroll now coming back into it. Michaela Young. Waters. Hayley George. 27, the next one to go through. Abby Hickey. Ashman still hanging on. Charlotte Jackson moving through nicely. Matilda Lestrange next. Mufsud. Prendergast. Lepere getting the bell now. So the chasers haven't given up hope with 2:50 to go. Twining hasn't looked back yet. She looks strong. But Brunt wants to have one more go at it. And DeCosta Alves not out of it by any stretch. So your front three, no one's going to catch them to be the front to win up at Twining. Can she be run down? Brunt's throwing everything at it. It's a 15-metre lead. But it's the Yarra Rangers athlete, Olivia Twining now moves out to lane 3. Runt from Melbourne Uni chases hard. Can we finish out in lane 3, please, all of our finishers? Olivia Twining, please come out to lane 3 to finish. Brunt's going to be through second. Next will be the Costa Alves. It's 10:20, strong running indeed. 5, we talked about Button, she was strong there. Des through next. Liness, Young, Waters finishes strong. George, Abby Hickey through. Carroll, one of the early leaders. Lestrange gets through next from Diamond Valley. Rose Ashman, the junior, who was so strong early. Mifsud from Essendon. LaPera, Ballarat YCW. Crawford Rust. Prendergast. Lonsdale. And then 4 more now, trying to get just over that 11 minutes. We've got Schultz through. Poppy Scott Dalgleish, and rounding out the field, Ada Hill of Wellington, inside 11:15.